And now let's welcome the starting lineups for today's match. First for our guests from Lincoln Memorial University. The starting goalkeeper is a junior from Brazil, number 1, Manu Costa. A sophomore from Switzerland, number 3, Fabian Locher. A sophomore from England, number 7, Daisy Drake. A senior from Los Angeles, California, number 8, Itzel Ballesteros. A sophomore from Italy, number 9, Jessica Crevero. A senior from Los Angeles, California, number 10, Maria Hernandez. A junior from Brazil, number 12, Ermelinda Pantaleo. A junior from Reno, Nevada, number 14, Graciela Palencia. A sophomore from Clarksville, Tennessee, number 16, Rachel Taylor. A freshman from Seymour, Tennessee, number 24, Sydney Wolfenbarger. And a junior from Greece, number 26, Thenia Zervas. The head coach of the Rail Splitters is Sean Frazier. Now let's welcome the starting lineup for your Tusculum University Pioneers. Starting in goal, the senior from Sicklerville, New Jersey, number 1, Danielle Breen. A junior from Mossheim, Tennessee, number 2, Kenzie Ellenberg. A junior from the Netherlands, number 4, Yvette Ryan. A grad student from Mason, Ohio, number 7, Ellie Tomasoni. A freshman from Ackworth, Georgia, number 8, Brianna Garcia. A freshman from Fort Worth, Texas, number 10, Bailey Lotus. Sophomore from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, number 14, Caitlin Watson. A junior from New Zealand, number 16, Kate Guilford. A junior from Mason, Ohio, number 29, Brooke Radcliffe. A junior from Toronto, Ontario, number 21, Jamila Tomes. And a sophomore from Chandler, Texas, number 23, Chase Stonebreaker. The head coach of the Pioneers, Mike Joy, assistant coach Chelsea Parker, grad assistant Holly Rothliff, and head athletic trainer is Chris Lenker. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And a very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pioneer Field for today's South Atlantic Conference soccer doubleheader featuring the Lincoln Memorial University Rail Splitters. They take on the homestanding Tusculum University Pioneers. We've got the women's match coming up. A battle between two teams that are locked in 6th place in the conference standings. And between two longtime rivals between Tusculum and LMU. The Pioneers have been one of the hottest teams of late in the South Atlantic Conference. After a little bit of a sluggish start getting off into conference play, dropping their first 3 conference contests, the Pioneers have rattled off 3 consecutive wins, including back-to-back conference victories against Anderson 2 Sundays ago, and last Sunday's upset of Wingate winning 1-0, holding on for dear life after Brooke Ratcliffe's goal in the 4th minute, and then a 10-save performance by Danielle Breen, who ended up being the AstroTurf Southland Conference Defensive Player of the Week. They're facing a Lincoln Memorial squad that has had a little bit of a roller coaster season, again at 8-3-0 overall, but are 2-3 in conference play, again locked into 6th place with the Pioneers. 3-way tie for 6th place between Tusculum, LMU, and Queen's University of Charlotte. The Rail Splitters posted a huge win a couple of weeks ago as they knocked off then 11th ranked Lenore Ryan 1-0 up in Harrogate. They followed with a win over Lees McRae, but stumbled in their last outing this past Saturday, losing at home 1-0 against Catawba. Begins a 3-match road swing for Lincoln Memorial after tonight. The Rail Splitters will be at Anderson this weekend before going to Salem, then closing out the regular season at home with 2 of 3 at home. For the Pioneers, 6-6 overall. Again, a 3-match winning streak, all via shutout, all with Daniel Green in goal. The Pioneers, injury-laden season thus far, playing their first 9 matches on the road, but again coming home and are undefeated here and closing out a 4-match homestand tonight as they take on LMU here at Pioneer Field. Glenn, glad to have you with us. It'll be the Pioneers in all white tonight, including white stockings, while LMU will be in blue, along with, it looks like dark blue or dark or black stockings. We cannot tell, but again, a nice night. It's a fall. Had heavy rains here earlier in the day, but about 3 o'clock it cleared up. The sun is out. It's going to be a little cold, but again, we are playing in the fall. Again, glad to have you with us here on the Pioneer Sports Network, the first of 2 between Tusculum and LMU. Again, in goal for the Pioneers will be Danielle Breen, coming in with a record of 3-1 overall. Again, winning her last 3, again, all via shutout with 20 saves and an 87% save percentage. Had a career high 10 saves in her last outing, doubled her seasonal output. That coming on Sunday against Wingate University. Manu Costa gets to start in goal for LMU, making her 12th start. Between the pipes, 0.76 goals against average. Here comes LMU in the box. Now be cleared away by Tusculum. Shot, and that goes wide. For Costa in goal, 41 saves on the season, tied for 4th in the South Atlantic Conference. LMU brings Jessica Corvero, the sophomore from Italy, tied for the 2nd most in goals in the season this season so far in the Southland Conference with 8 goals, and she's also 2nd in the conference in points scored with 18. Also another player to watch for LMU, number 26, Dennis Servas, who is leading the league in assists with 9. Pioneers are without the services of their top scorer in Tina Haig. She picked up a couple of yellow cards in the second half of that win on Sunday against Wingate, so she'll be serving that suspension. Here's a nice service into the box. And that will be cut off by Kate Guilford. And that'll be a goal kick for Tusculum. Again, a beautiful day that turned out to be here in the late afternoon here at Tusculum. Game time temperature 59 degrees. The wind is blowing, though, heading to the east at 14 miles per hour. So that could play a factor later in the match. Now be cleared out by Yvette Ryan to be a corner kick, first of the match for either team, coming up for LMU. Thenia Servas, a junior from Greece, will take the service for Sean Frazier's club, Coach Frazier in his third season in Harrogate. Still danger. Chipped high. Kept in by LMU. Pantaleo sends it across, and that shot will go high over the netting into the greenery, and it will be a goal kick for Tusculum. Link Memorial got very, very hot in the postseason last season, posting 3 straight wins over Queens, Lenore Ryan, and Carson Newman to win the South Atlantic Conference Tournament Championship, earned the league's automatic berth, and made the most of it, advancing all the way to the Sweet 16. It was a tough go for LMU. Here's a free ball coming out. But LMU will kick it away, and it'll be a throw-in for Tusculum. Brianna Garcia will be taking the throw-in for the Pioneers. Tomasoni cut off by LMU, and back come the Rail Splitters the other way. And that'll be cleared out by Tusculum. Be a throw-in for LMU. Again, LMU going 14-5-2 last season, SAC tournament champions. Advanced to the Sweet 16. Got to that point, losing to Columbus State in overtime. 3 straight overtime matches for LMU in the postseason for the NCAA up in Jefferson City. As they advance past Lander, also advance past host Carson Newman before dropping the match to Columbus State. Got under the boot of Pantaleo. That'll be a throw-in for Tusculum. Again, the Pioneers 6-6. Wins over Young Harris and Barry, along with a road win at Lees McRae. Then dropped 4 in a row, but bounced back with home wins against Anderson, Shaw, and Wingate. This is the 28th meeting between Lincoln Memorial and Tusculum. Series that was dominated in the early part of the series. It began in 1994 with LMU winning the first 5, but Tusculum reclassified to Division II and rattled off 5 straight victories to even the series. First tie in the all-time series was 2005, a match played up in Harrogate where LMU jumped out to a 5-0 lead, and Pioneers came back with 5 unanswered goals and able to salvage a 5-5 draw in that 2005 contest. LMU joined the Southland Conference back in 2007. These teams have had some epic battles. Cleared out by Ryan. Shot high, and that'll be caught by Breen for her first save of the contest. Zervas puts the first one on frame for LMU. Third shot of the contest for the Rail Splitters. Pioneers have won the last 3 meetings against LMU, all via shutout, including last year's 1-0 overtime win in Harrogate. 2 teams played here in 2017, and Tusculum came away with a 1-0 win in that win. Have to go back to 2014, the last time the Rail Splitters have posted a win over Tusculum. Also, these teams have met in the postseason several times, 3 times in the South Atlantic Conference Tournament. They also met in the NCAA Southeast Regional, where Tusculum came away with a 3-1 win. Regional was hosted by Armstrong Atlantic State down in Savannah, Georgia. Watson. Now be cleared out by LMU. Gathered in by Tusculum. That's Tomasoni, the graduate student from Mason, Ohio. Daisy Drake is dispossessed with the ball. But LMU maintaining possession. They gather in by Brooke Radcliffe. It'll be a throw-in for Tusculum. Throwing in for the Pioneers will be Chase Stonebreaker, the sophomore from Chandler, Texas. LMU comes up with the turnover. Quick shot is blocked. Stonebreaker will clear it, and it'll be a throw-in for LMU. In the 10th minute, no score between Tusculum and Lincoln Memorial. Battle of two sixth-place teams in the conference trying to move up in the standings. A lot of action going on in the league today. Chip free in the box. Back out. Ryan will clear that out, but LMU maintains possession. Still not cleared. Pioneers are blocking, but not able to maintain possession. Now they can. Fantones, but just a little too far, and LMU maintains possession. And kicking away and clearing it is Kenzie Ellenberg. Ellenberg, who had the match winner to begin this three-match winning streak for Tusculum. Her header in the second half propelled Tusculum to that 1-0 win against Anderson. And Tusculum not getting a lot of offense, but have been playing some very, very good defense. This back line and the sterling goalkeeping by Danielle Breen has kept the Pioneers in many a game and has vaulted them back into Southland Conference tournament contention. And starting the season with 3 straight conference losses to Lenore, Ryan, Newberry, and Queens. Kate Guilford over to Garcia. A little give and go, a little too far, and Ellenberg will get it back. Trying to send it in for the breaking Caitlin Watson, trying to get a little bit of a breakaway, get behind this LMU defense, but just a little shy, and back comes LMU on the quick counter. Rivero sends it out wide. Back to Crivero. Crivero sends it to Valencia. And send it back to the back line and reset. It's Pantaleo. Rivero out to the far side. Gathered in by Radcliffe for Tusculum. Stonebreaker back to Radcliffe. And Tusculum will win a throw-in front of the LMU bench. Also in action today, Queens is at Wingate, while Carson Newman is at Mars Hill, along with North Georgia at Anderson in a non-conference contest. Those are the early matches. Later tonight, Newberry's at Coker and Lenore Ryan will be at Catawba. First of two we'll bring you here on the Pioneer Sports Network, Tusculum men and the LMU men. That game beginning at around 7:30ish Eastern Time here at Pioneer Field. Cleared out by LMU. And he'll set up the first corner kick for Tusculum of the match. Pioneers have yet to record a shot in the contest thus far. LMU outshooting Tusculum 3-0 with one of those on frame. That'll be Caitlin Watson taking the corner for Tusculum, the sophomore from Murfreesboro. Gets free, but coming up with it is Costa. That one rattled around, and Costa took a little bit of a bumping. I don't know if she hit one of her own teammates. We'll check here on the replay. She's still down. Slowly in, and could not really tell on that. If we can take maybe one more look at that, Zach, and see if that's, if she got stepped on or. She goes up with the punch. Then she falls on it. I don't really see where, but she is still down. Must have stepped on someone's ankle a little bit funny, or awkwardly, not funny. But she is still down, getting checked on. 29:58 remaining here in the first half. No score between Tusculum and Lincoln Memorial. Two teams battling it out for sole possession of sixth place. Could move themselves with a little bit of help up top to even move into fifth place. Our conference standings, as we look at it, three-way tie for first place between Lenore Ryan, Wingate, and Carson Newman, all with 5-1 records, while Catawba in sole possession of fourth place with 10 points at 3-1-1. Then Anderson at 3-3 with 9 points, and then a three-way logjam at sixth place between Tusculum, Lincoln Memorial, and Queens at 2-3 each. Newberry and Mars Hill. Newberry with 4 points at a 1-4-1 record, while Mars Hill sitting at 1-4 with 3 points. Coker has gone winless thus far in their 5 conference matches. Lenore Ryan, the lone team that's currently ranked in the NCAA Division II Top 25, currently ranked 8th in the nation. And again, they're in action later tonight at Catawba. And we'll have a goal kick for Tusculum. I believe Cavero may have thought that it was deflected off Tusculum, but goes as a goal kick for TU. Controlled by Tomasoni. That's Ellenberg. Ellenberg, Toombs. Nice move there. A little heavy on the touch. Trying to find Brianna Garcia heading into the box, but just a little bit too much, and it'll be LMU possession. And game time temperature 59 degrees, but sun goes down, so will the thermometer, as expected to get into the 30s. There's intercepted by LMU. Back the other way. Onside are the rail splitters. Nice clear by Yvette Ryan. It'll be a throw-in for Lincoln Memorial. Wolfenbarger. Jessica Cavero. Nice service in to the far side. Nice technical skills demonstrated here early by LMU. 3 in a box, but Yvette Ryan will clear it out, and LMU will still have possession, but will have to restart near midfield. We'll have the foul second of the day for LMU, and it'll be free kick for Tusculum. Again, glad to have you with us here on the Pioneer Sports Network. Zach Cardle, our producer tonight for this contest. Malcolm Nicholson bringing you all the pictures and images. Ratcliffe loses it as Maria Hernandez gathers it in. And Melinda Pantaleo wearing the captain's armband tonight for LMU. Servas sends it in. Still loose. Shot and high goes Crivero, and 11-yard goal kick for Tusculum. So fourth shot of the match for LMU. First one of the night for Crivero. Watkins and Hernandez battling it out on the far side. Won by LMU. Service sends it in, and it goes in for the goal. From about 20 yards out, Service picks up her second goal of the season, and LMU takes a 1-0 lead. So just inside, just top of the box, and finds the top right shelf. Well placed.
Lincoln Memorial goal scored by number 26.
And for the first time in a couple weeks, Pioneers find themselves down in the soccer contest, down 1-0. So Thenia Servas, the junior from Greece, picks up goal number 2 of the season. And gives her team a 1-0 lead over the Pioneers. Thomasoni's pass is intercepted. Hernandez. Locher now with it. Off to Rachel Taylor. That's Sydney Wolfenbarger, the freshman from Seymour. Played her prep soccer at Seymour High School. In Lincoln Memorial taking the 1-0 lead in the 22nd minute. Thenia Servas' second goal of 2019, giving LMU a 1-0 lead. Coming up with a beautiful shot just at the top of the box, and finds the top right corner. No chance for Breen to be able to come up with that one. It was such a quality shot. That's Wolfenbarger. And the shot deflection just not enough. As a great serve in by Kinsey Ellenberg. That was from at least 40 yards out. Trying to find Garcia. Got a little bit of it, but just was not able to direct it to the far post and beat Manu Costa. And Costa in goal for LMU with a 0.76 goals against average. 8-3 record, making her 12th start of the season for the Rail Splitters. Nice save. Costa, the junior from Brazil, her first save of the night. First shot on goal for Tusculum. And that will go over to inline forward goal kick for Tusculum. As they have our first sub of the match for either team, be Tusculum going to the bench, bringing on the senior Chelsea Sharon from Northern Ireland. And she'll come in for Toombs. So. Sharon making her 12th appearance. All but 2 off the bench. Counted for 1 goal. Garcia trying to find Sharon just a little too far, but LMU will now gather it in and come the other way. But that'll be intercepted briefly and controlled by Tusculum. Tomasoni singing wide to Radcliffe. Servas is there, and LMU now on the attack. Nice move there. Shot and a kick save by Breen. It'll be a corner kick for LMU. So Ballesteros did a great job bodying it up. Tomasoni. Nice move in to beat Guilford. Trying to go just inside the near post, and Green was able to get a left foot on that one and keep it out of the goal. So it'll be a corner kick for LMU. Their second corner of the night. Green punches it away, will dive on it, and nice play by the Pioneer netminder, the senior from New Jersey. Again, making her 7th appearance, 5th starting goal. She comes out. Will it be too far? Nice job to keep it in. She gets back on her line. Here comes LMU. And I believe we're going to have a foul on Link Memorial. A little bit of a straight arm to clear the way, but whistle is called and be a free kick for Tusculum. Servos with shot and goes just a little high, and it'll be a goal kick for Tusculum. When LMU scores, they're nearly unbeatable this season. Only match this year where they've scored and lost was at Carson Newman back on September the 18th. Other 2 losses came in shutouts, losing 2-0 at Wingate and 1-0 this past Saturday at home against Catawba. And if you're looking at Tusculum, the only match they won this season while allowing a goal was the September 10th contest against Young Harris, winning 2-1. Turnover by Tusculum. Back comes LMU with some numbers. Shot just high. Breen not needing to make the catch, but again, the turnover by Tusculum almost proved fatal in this possession, and for about 17 yards over the crossbar, and it'll be a goal kick for Tusculum. Lincoln Memorial has outscored the opposition 31-8 this year. And they have the number 2 leading goal scorer in the conference in Crivero, and also the leader in assists in Servas, who picked up her second goal. And that's the only scoring tally thus far in the match. Have another sub coming in for Tusculum, as Ellenberg will be coming off. That's a little bit odd. And Darby Johnson will be replacing the junior from Mossheim. So the Pioneers without their top defender in the game now, and LMU will see if they can take advantage with this 1-0 lead. Pioneers trying to find a quick equalizer to level this match at one goal each. I also would hate to make a mistake and give up a late goal here in the first half and go down 2-0, or keep this maintainable. Daisy Drake dispossessed by Guilford. Sharon comes up with it. Will take it in herself. Will take a long shot, but just goes wide of the right post, and it'll be a goal kick for LMU. Sharon thought about passing and was seeing about an opportunity, but decided to take one from about 32 yards out and just sends it wide of goal. And Pioneer's second shot of the night. Vero out top to Hernandez. And coming away with it for Tusculum after the turnover by Hernandez. Collision. LMU comes up with the loose ball into the box. Shot and a save by Breen from point blank range. Jessica Crivero with got a great pass right from at the top of the 6. And Danielle Breen makes the beautiful save to keep this a one-goal contest. So maybe with that brilliant save, it might spark a little momentum for Tusculum to try to get the equalizer here and tie this thing up at 1-1. But it looked like it was going to be a 2-0 lead for LMU right there. Again, talking about this just outstanding technical play by the Rail Splitters. Sharon on the far side. Sends it in. Nobody home there. LMU will come back the other way. It's won by Tusculum. Trying to find Garcia. Ball is still free, but no one home for Tusculum. LMU averts disaster there, and now we'll try to counter. That's Crivero. Being guarded by Guilford. And kicked away by Guilford at the last moment. It'd be a corner kick for the Rail Splitters. .640 remaining in this first half. Lincoln Memorial leading 1-0. Cleared out of the box. But LMU still in control. Cleared out by Ryan. Brooke Radcliffe winning the foot race. And will win a corner kick with just under 5 minutes remaining in the half. So Caitlin Watson will take the corner kick honors for Tusculum. Second one of the night for TU. And Pioneers trailing 1-0 here against their in-state foes from Harrogate, Tennessee. Garcia. Johnson with a shot, but not able to put a lot of quality on that one. And was able to get a left foot on it and just not on target, and it'll be a goal kick for Lincoln Memorial. LMU had some exciting announcement today, announcing a new director of athletics, Jesher Cox from Tuskegee University, taking over in Harrogate. Will take over, I believe, sometime next month. So I'd like to welcome Mr. Cox to Harrogate, and as well as the South Atlantic Conference family. Brooke Ratcliffe trying to find Stonebreaker, but just a little bit too far and a little bit too hard. And Niners down 1-0, and also without the services of junior defender Kenzie Ellenberg. Nice bit of defense by Garcia. It gives it right back to LMU, and back come the Rail Splitters. That's Daisy Drake. Sends it to the middle of the field to Jessica Crivero. Crivero with a long attempt, but just not able to get enough quality on that one. Sails wide left, and we'll have yet another goal kick for Tusculum. Under 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Getting the first to 2 tonight. Later we'll have the men's contest between Tusculum and LMU. Halftime we'll have statistics as well as a scoreboard update from around the South Atlantic Conference. That coming up at halftime here on the Pioneer Sports Network. And we'll have a foul against Tusculum. Got a player down for LMU as hard collision by Brooke Ratcliffe.
1 minute remaining in the first half, 1 minute.
Cannot see what player that is that's down. That'll stop the clock, 46.7 seconds remaining. Hopefully it was just landing on the ball. And Locher, I believe that is. Hopefully that's all it was, just fell on the ball and just maybe took the wind out of her, and hopefully that's just the case. But I don't think that is, as she's not able to put some pressure on one of her legs, and they will carry her off, and that is unfortunate. And so play is resumed. Goes out, and Pioneers may have a chance for an offensive opportunity here. Lincoln Memorial just trying to get into the locker room with this 1-0 lead. Sends that one wide, but not enough to go out of play, and that'll be intercepted by, headed by Tomasoni, and 13 seconds remaining.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
And
5,
that should about do it.
4, 3.
So 45
2,
minutes in the books between
1,
Tusculum and Lincoln
0.
Memorial, and it's the visitors from Harrogate with the
Your
1-0
score at
lead. Again, your
halftime
score at
is
halftime.
Lincoln
Lincoln
Memorial
Memorial
1
1,
and
Tusculum
0.
nothing. You're watching Tusculum Women's Soccer on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
From the first day, we looked around each other and we said, we gotta go make things happen this year.
It doesn't matter what the score is at the end of the game. You have to go forward.
You have to take the game.
Attacking gets you goals real quick.
Give your best effort every day.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Stouffer with the game-winning goal. The national championship goes to Shippensburg for the third consecutive year.
Valdosta State Division II national champions.
The post, Hankins scores! They win their first national title!
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Just $159 a month can put you behind the wheel of a brand new Toyota at Johnson City Toyota during the last chance clearance event. $219 a month puts you in a Camry or drive a Tacoma for $319 a month with 0 down. See details at johnsoncitytoyota.com.
We're at halftime. Tusculum trailing Lincoln Memorial 1-0. Give you some scores from around the league. These scores at halftime: Wingate leading Queens and University of Charlotte 1-0. That match being played at Pratt Park in Wingate. This match being played at the Ammons Athletic Center over Mars Hill. At halftime, Carson Newman leads Mars Hill 1-0. In a non-conference contest, 2:38 remaining in the first half. It's North Greenville all over Anderson by a score of 3-0. Again, later today, in action around the league, tonight Newberry will be at Coker at 7 o'clock, and then Lenore Ryan will be at Catawba, Lenore Ryan at Catawba at 7:30. Again, we're at halftime. Tusculum trailing Lincoln Memorial 1-0. This is Tusculum Women's Soccer on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time. Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Get clearance prices on new Toyotas at Johnson City Toyota, where we have hundreds of Toyotas discounted up to $6,500. Save up to $5,900 on Highlander. Get one for $28,533 or save up to $4,000 on Camry. See more at johnsoncitytoyota.com.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
It's fine. It'll be okay, okay? Nobody cares about the flowers. Who needs flowers at a wedding?
At Ingles, we know that the best of plans don't always go according to plan.
My best friend's getting married today and the florist never showed.
That's why we're always there when you need us.
What are their colors? Purple and cream.
With smiling faces and helping hands.
No one cares. No one cares. You will look great. Flowers, are not important. And where is Holly? Have you anyone seen Holly?
And although life will be predictably unpredictable,
let's get you to that wedding.
A curveball is that much more satisfying.
I got the flowers!
When you knock it out of the park.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome!
So when the plan goes out the window and improvisation becomes the order of the day, just remember, that's where the best of memories are made.
All right, they're ready for us.
True story. Ingalls. All the ingredients for family.
Johnson City Toyota is the #1 Toyota dealership in the Tri-Cities because we make buying simple. First, we discount every vehicle every day, and we stand behind what we sell with a lifetime warranty. For more, simply go to johnsоncitytoyota.com.
Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus?
What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingalls, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingalls. All the ingredients for family.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Hello, my name is Jacob Fate, and I'm the Dean of the College of Business at Tusculum University. I'm proud to share with you that the programs in the College of Business received accreditation through ACBSP in December of 2018. The Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs accredits business schools and programs worldwide. This accreditation elevates our programs to the top programs worldwide.
Tusculum University is Tennessee's first university. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Students from 31 states and 15 countries have found a home here. With nearly 60 areas of study, Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit www.tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 to discover the pioneer experience for yourself.
We are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and the Pierce family has been working with Ingalls for over 30 years. It means a great deal supplying produce as a local farmer. It really touches base knowing that we're just simple people just trying to help, and we love what we do, and Ingalls is a huge part of helping us do it. Farming is who we are, and it's in our blood. God has really blessed us with the sun and the soil to grow the best tomatoes you'll find anywhere. I believe it's really in the soil. So if you're in Granger County and you farm tomatoes, then you're in. Just a great blessing on us to actually farm and be able to farm and to supply tomatoes to people. And Ingalls really cares about family farms like Pierce Farms, and they really care about their customers. We're just glad to be a part of that. God has blessed us with a really great partnership there. They make fresh local produce have real meaning for lots of people. I'm Shane Pierce, and this is my Ingalls story.
About to begin the second half of tonight's South Atlantic Conference women's soccer match between Tusculum and Lincoln Memorial. Your score at the half, Lincoln Memorial leading 1-0 on the Thenia Service goal in the 22nd minute. Her blast from 20 yards out. Upper to the upper right corner for LMU. Her second goal of the season gives the Rail Splitters a 1-0 lead. Here are your stats at halftime. Lincoln Memorial out shooting Pioneers by an 11-3 margin. 4 shots each by Jessica Crivero, along with Service, again with those 4 shots, including that one that found the back of the net. Also, LMU having a 3-2 advantage in corner kicks. Looking at statistics and saves, Danielle Breen with 3 saves in her 45 minutes. Manu Costa with one save, currently now pitching the shutout for LMU. So we're about ready to get underway of this second half. Tusculum trying to find an equalizer to tie this one up. Again, this is the first time the Pioneers have trailed during this 3-match winning streak. And of Tusculum's 6 wins thus far this year, they've only had one where they have won while the opponent also scored. So that being the 2-1 win at Young Harris, that back in the early part of the season. So the lights now coming on at Pioneer Field. Again, glad to have you with us wherever you're watching here on the Pioneer Sports Network. Tusculum and LMU begin to restart it here for the second half. Also a good sight to see back in the contest for Tusculum is Kenzie Ellenberg. She left the contest at about 11 minutes left in the first half. Had some type of, looked like a lower foot injury, but she's back on the pitch and ready to go. Out wide past Garcia. They'll go over the inline, be a goal kick for Tusculum. Get LMU leading in shots 11-3 in that first half. In 4 shot each by Jessica Crivero and Thenia Service, and then 2 shots by Itzel Ballesteros. For Tusculum, there's 3 shots coming from Jamila Toombs and Brooke Radcliffe. Also, Chelsea Sharon also had a goal, had a shot. Ellenberg's pass not far enough, and into the box goes LMU. That's Crivero. She'll take it back out and set it up for the Rail Splitters, leading 1-0. Kicked away by Stonebreaker, be a throw-in for LMU. Again, Tusculum and LMU locked in a 3-way tie for 6th place in the conference, along with Queens. Green gathers that one in. Queens currently down at the half, 1-0 against Wingate. So if that result holds up, the winner of this one will at least be in sole possession of 6th place. Anderson in 9th place, but they're out playing out of conference right now, trailing 3-0 against North Georgia. Outside that Wingate Queens match, the only other conference contest going on now is at half as well. Carson Newman leading Mars Hill 1-0. Throw deep into the box. Watkins unable to pull it in, and Pioneers will go back on the attack as Pastor Radcliffe was a little off mark, but Stonebreaker will try to possess, but down she goes and back the other way with a nice move by Hernandez, and that'll be cleared out by Tusculum, and looks like Kate Guilford, and be a throw in for Tusculum. Of course, you always guess when you turn the lights on. It was really dark, and now the sun comes out, and you got these lights beaming. But I tell you what, I bet it helps those pictures for us on TV, folks. little tougher. Breen staring right into the sun. Nice defensive move by Ryan. Referee in the middle, Carlos Balago, and he's not blowing the whistle a lot. Has let the players play this one. Thus far, it's been a clean match. Only had 4 total fouls called in that first 45 minutes. Actually, this game's actually had a very nice flow to it. Tusculum playing without their top scorer in Tina Haig as she is serving a 1-match suspension after her 2 yellow cards in the Wingate contest on Sunday. And after this contest, about 35 minutes from the conclusion of this match, we'll have the men's match between Tusculum and LMU. That's Ellenberg. Trying to find Toombs, but just a little bit off the mark was the pass, and LMU comes the other way, but Ellenberg will play some pretty good defense and win a throw in for the black and orange. Down goes Ellenberg, and ball still free, and we'll have a throw in for LMU. Denia Service with the only goal of the match thus far, back in the 22nd minute. Her blast to the upper right corner of the goal from 20 yards out. Just a beautiful shot to give her team the 1-0 lead. Tomasoni gets a piece of that one and deflects it back to Ryan. And Ellenberg had it momentarily, but only to control it now. Tusculum comes back with Watkins. A little bit of a heavy pass trying to find Radcliffe, and be a throw in for the Rail Splitters. Played over 8 minutes in this first half, and Tusculum still trailing 1-0. It's maintained possession some. Neither team has taken a shot thus far in the half. LMU team, the defending SAC tournament champions. A little too far as Brino gobbled it up. Team went 14-5-2, last year, and both of those ties coming in the NCAA tournament, where LMU advanced into penalty kicks and won both. eliminating Lander and Carson Newman before falling in the Southeast Region Championship to Columbus State. Again, LMU winning, defeating Queens, Lenore Ryan, and Carson Newman in the South Atlantic Conference Tournament in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and coming away with the SAC Tournament Championship. That's Palencia out wide. Sends it into the box. There'll be a corner kick coming up for LMU. Jessica Corvero was the intended target, as that'll be knocked away by Kate Guilford, and it'll be a corner kick for LMU. Fourth one of the match for the Rail Splitters. They go the short side. Wolfenbarger goes towards the far post. And coming in, DeLeo just a little too high, as again a quality corner kick taken by the Rail Splitters, and serving it in and just goes over the crossbar. So back to live action. I'll show that one more time, as that's again a quality pass. Now we're back to live action as that goes out wide, but Ryan clears it out and be a throw in for LMU. Free in the box, blocked by Breen, still free. Another save by Breen. Not enough leg on that one. As Ballesteros had two quality looks at that one. Got off a good shot, was blocked by Breen, and then got the rebound, and Breen was able to easily gather it in, but been able to recover and make the stop. Here's Ballesteros again in the box, waiting for numbers. Far side is trying to find Rachel Taylor. Taylor was wide open in the box for a few moments. She sends it in. As Crivero gets ahead on it, but goes right towards Breen, and she gathers it in. So 4 quick shots taken by LMU in the past minute. Tusculum having some quality possessions in the early part of this half, but LMU's turned up the offensive heat, and now the Pioneers trying to get something going. Toombs open in the box is Radcliffe. Trying to send that one on goal, but it was at 2 defenders between her and the goal, and back comes LMU on the quick counter. Ballesteros, Crivero. Little give and go by Ballesteros. Crivero with the shot. Goes high. And we'll have the upcoming kick by Tusculum. That's Caitlin Watson. She'll be fouled, and that'll be a fifth foul of the match for LMU. Excuse me, that is the fourth. In by Ryan. Brianna Garcia will run it down, and she'll get the throw in. And she will pass on those throw-in duties to Kenzie Ellenberg. Toombs, still free. And out it comes, and service sends it back, but blocked off the hip of Watkins. Toombs with the goal off the block by, I don't know if we're going to get an assist on that to Watkins, but Toombs with the goal, and the Pioneers get the equalizer. We're tied up at 1. That just came out of nowhere. Toombs goes to the short side. Jamila comes up with the equalizer for the Pioneers. Her second goal of 2019.
Pioneer goal scored by number 21, Jamila Toombs.
So Jamila Toombs ties it up with goal number 2 of the season. Quick restart by LMU. Shot and wide goes Ballesteros. So in the 61st minute, Jamila Toombs comes up with the goal, the equalizer. Off the turnover that happened near the goal line, and I know it might be asked for, and I'll be honest with you, she should not get an assist, but you've got to credit I would assume, I believe it was the right hip of Caitlin Watson. She took a hard blast right off her hip that ricocheted back towards the LMU goal line, and Toombs was there, and she was able to gather it in, go through a little bit of traffic, and takes the shot to the near side and beats Manu Costa, and just like that, we're tied up at 1-1. Get into history, these two teams have met on the pitch since 1994. 6 times has the match gone into extra time. Ballesteros sends it wide. It'll be a goal kick for Tusculum. So Jamila Toombs in the 61st minute evens this at 1 goal each. Tusculum 6-6 overall, 2-3 in the league. LMU 8-3 overall, also 2-3 in South Atlantic Conference play. As the sun goes down, see the jackets and the hoods go up on some of the patrons here at Pioneer Field. And Crivero from a danger spot Cleared out by Ryan. Locher sends it wide. That goes out to Service. Service trying to beat Stonebreaker with a little bit of a flick, but not fooled, but Hernandez comes up with it. Back to Hernandez. Out to Service. Service sends it in. It's Guerrero off Breen, shot and in on the rebound, the goal by Itzel Ballesteros. Now we're tied. Now LMU takes a 2-1 lead. So Guerrero with the shot off of Breen. I stand corrected. Number 16, Rachel Taylor comes up with it, not Ballesteros. So Rachel Taylor off the rebound. And Lincoln Memorial retakes the lead at 2-1.
Lincoln Memorial goal
by Rachel Taylor, her 7th of the season, moves her into sole possession of second place in the team standings. Just one goal behind Jessica Crivero's team leading 8 goals. So 4 minutes after Tomes came up with the equalizer, Rachel Taylor gathers in a rebound off a shot and roofs it to give LMU the 2-1 lead. So now it'll be up to Tusculum to see if they can come up with the answer. Still a lot of match to be played. Just under 25 minutes left in regulation. Kicked in by Wolfenbarg. It'll be a throw in for Tusculum. Athenia Service comes up with the first goal of the match back in the 22nd minute to give LMU a 1-0 lead, and that remained that way until the 61st minute when Jamila Tomes tied it up at 1-1. But 4 minutes later, in the 65th minute, on a rebound, Rachel Taylor roofs it past Danielle Breen, and Lincoln Memorial leads 2-1. Again, 35 minutes after the conclusion of this match, we'll have the men's contest between Tusculum and LMU. The voice of the Pioneers, Brian Staten, will be describing all of the action of that contest. Again, coming up about 35 minutes at the conclusion of this contest. Lincoln Memorial leading 2-1. Taylor will send it out. LMU with a break. Nice pass in. Crivero, she's free. But that will be flicked away by Tusculum, be a corner kick for LMU. That was Ballesteros trying to find Crivero. Crivero free, but kicked away by, looks like Guilford, and it'll be a corner kick for the Rail Splitters. All the way through the box, and LMU unable to come up with it. It'll be a goal kick for the Pioneers. Neither team has gone to the bench much. LMU's made one sub today, while the Pioneers have only gone to the bench twice. Have a foul, and it'll be a free kick for Tusculum. Only the sixth foul called today. 5 on LMU, 1 on Tusculum. Kicked in by Ryan. Trying to find Ellenberg, but that'll be cleared away by the Rail Splitters, and LMU trying to see if they can come up with a quick counter. That'll be an errant kick, but it goes out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for Tusculum. "20 minutes remaining in this second half with the Rail Splitters of Lincoln Memorial leading 2-1 over Tusculum. Winner of this match will most likely move into a tie for 5th place in the league. And we'll have a foul, and looks like we're going to have a card charged on Tusculum. Looks like it'll be Brooke Radcliffe on the hard foul, and only the second foul of the match for Tusculum, but it comes with a booking. For Radcliffe, that'll be her 3rd yellow of the season. 2 players on the field for Tusculum now, currently have 4, so that's on the season. Ellie Tomasoni and Caitlin Watson. So if either of them get a booking, they'll have to sit out and miss Saturday's match at Catawba. And we're going to have a foul, looks like at just at the top of the box, just at the penalty area. So a golden opportunity coming up for LMU. Coming from about 21 yards out and right into the sun will Breen be staring. It looks like service will be maybe taking this one for the Splitters. Nope. Off the post goes Taylor. So Taylor hits it off the post. In Sunday's win over Wingate, the Bulldogs hit the crossbar 3 times and the post on 2 occasions. Ooh, and that was very close, and they're saying it is a goal. We'll take a look at that one. It looked like Green could have had it, but we'll check and see as the corner kick comes in. Headed down. Looks like it hit the top of the netting. Looks like that was Pantaleo that got a header on it. Comes in very slowly, heads it down. Looks like it hit top of the crossbar. The question is, did Breen's momentum carry her over the goal line? And the far linesman looks like he had enough of the view, and it gives LMU a 3-1 lead with 17:43 remaining in regulation.
LMU goal scored by number 12, Ermelinda Pantaleo, assist number 26, Thenia Zervis.
So Thenia Zervis will get the assist. So LMU now leading 3-1 and now has a commanding 2-goal lead over Tusculum. Into Sharon. Also going to double check a couple of things here with the Back comes LMU. That one's blocked. And Breen will gather it in. So Tusculum trailing 3-1 with just under 17 minutes remaining. And after the goal by Ermelinda Pantaleo. Free into the box, shot, saved by Breen. So Guerrero looked like she had a golden opportunity, decided to pass it, and I think it gave Breen enough time to make the good save. But back comes LMU. Breen will gather that one in harmlessly, and away we go. Again, during this 3-match winning streak for Tusculum, it's been Pioneers getting the first goal and then playing stellar defense to come up with the victories. But right now, the LMU's tacked on 3 goals in this match and have a 2-goal lead over the Pioneers. Watkins slides and gets a deflection, and Tusculum maintains possession. Stonebreaker trying to find Sharon. That's back off of Sharon, and we'll have a throw in for LMU. First of 3 on the road for Lincoln Memorial. They'll be at Anderson on Saturday before closing out the road swing at Salem that next Wednesday. Tusculum travels to Catawba on Saturday before returning home for Senior Day on Sunday, October the 27th, when they host the Coker Cobras. After that Coker match, Tusculum will be on the road at Mars Hill on Friday, November the 1st, before closing out the regular season on Wednesday, November 6th, 5 o'clock against Carson Newman right here at Pioneer Field. Ellenberg loses it, and LMU sends it down back to Breen. He barely gets it away, but LMU with possession, and Thomasoni be very careful again, playing with, has accumulated 4 yellow cards thus far this year, and nice block by Ellenberg. Well, Tusculum will bring in some two new players coming onto the pitch. Billy Bilotis seeing her first returns to the lineup. She picked up the start in the first half. Combs again, but unable to control it. Manu Costa will kick it away. Stonebreaker off to Ryan. Ryan sends it deep into Radcliffe. That'll be cleared off to the side and be a throw in for Tusculum in the Pioneers attacking third. Radcliffe kicks it off service, and we'll have a corner kick for Tusculum. Watkins will serve it in. Trying to find Ellenberg. That'll be cleared away. Racing in is Thomasoni. Over to Tomes. She's double teamed. And LMU back on the quick counter. Racing down the field was Navy Webb, number 23, the freshman from Pleasant View, Utah. Long shot. Green hauls it in. Under 9.5 remaining in regulation, and Pioneers trailing 3-1. Webb just kind of flicked it to Maria Hernandez. I think Hernandez stopped her run and I think caught Webb a little bit off guard. And to the middle of the field to Watkins. And if she could have seen, it would have been Stonebreaker was breaking toward the goal. That's Tomes, but that pass is short-sighted, but LMU unable to control it. It'll be a throw-in for Tusculum. Getting the first of two here on the Pioneer Sports Network. About 35 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we'll have the men's match between Tusculum and LMU. Pioneer men coming away with a big 2-1 win over the weekend against Wingate. And we'll have a foul on Tusculum and Kinsey Ellenberg. And hitting the deck hard was Rachel Taylor. We'll have a stoppage at 6:54 remaining in regulation. So Taylor adding on the insurance goal. In the 73rd minute. Excuse me, the go-ahead goal, in the 65th minute. And then Ermelinda Pantaleo coming up with the insurance goal at the 72-17 mark. In the 28th meeting between Tusculum and Lincoln Memorial. Tusculum holding a 6-8-3 advantage over the Rail Splitters and have won the last 3 meetings with LMU, but that is most definitely in jeopardy, that winning streak, as the Rail Splitters lead 3-1. Again, LMU's last win in this series came back in 2014, and before that, 2011. Blocked by Ryan. Still free. Just good defense by LMU here in the last few moments. Pioneers trying to get something going. Ellenberg sends it down, but just the Pioneers will direction Ellenberg whistle for the foul and have a free kick for LMU. Score updates around the South Atlantic Conference. They're wrapping things up at Mars Hill. Carson Newman has tacked on 2 more goals in the second half. They lead 3-0. North Georgia still leading 3-0 over Anderson. With about 5 minutes remaining at Wingate, the Bulldogs lead 2-1 over Queens. Shot tipped over by Breen. We'll have a corner kick coming up for LMU. So Taylor going for her second goal of the half, and Breen denies her there. Punching that away over the crossbar. So again, if this result holds, LMU will move into a tie for 5th place in the league, while Tusculum, and if the other results stand in the conference, will stay in a tie for 6th place with Queens. But Queens will have the tiebreaker. If that ends in a tie at the end of the season, they'll have the tiebreaker on that. So if you're looking at Tusculum sitting, really looking at the 7th spot in the tournament. Opportunity by Crevero, as looked like she had an opportunity heading into the box, but just stepped on the ball, and luckily did not roll her ankle. But LMU still on the attack and with the 2-goal lead. Shot just goes wide, just barely stays outside the post, and it'll be a goal kick for Tusculum. Two minutes remaining in this contest. And the final 90 seconds ticking down in this match, with Tusculum trailing 2-1 to LMU. Rail Splitters looking for their 9th win of the season, will even their conference mark at 3-3.
One minute remaining in the second half, 1 minute.
And we'll have a stoppage of play with 52 seconds left. And it was Pelago trying to get things calmed down a little bit between these two teams. And 2 yellows assessed to the Pioneers, 1 to Brooke Radcliffe, and then the other to the Tusculum bench. That coming after the 3rd goal of the contest. So the final 30 seconds ticking down. Again, Tusculum will fall to 6-7 overall, 2-4 in the conference, while Lincoln Memorial will go to 9-3 and even their conference slate at 3-3.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So that wraps it up. So with the loss to Pioneers, we'll now go into a two-way tie for sixth place, as Wingate just defeated Queens by a score of 2-1.
This will be senior day with a 2
So the Pioneers now will take their show to the road this weekend when they travel to Catawba College for a 5:30 contest. And then they'll return home on Sunday, October 27th, for senior day when they take on the Coker Cobras. Again, your final score, it was Lincoln Memorial 3 and Tusculum 1. You've been watching Tusculum Women's Soccer on the Pioneer Sports Network. Coming up in about 35 minutes here on the Pioneer Sports Network, Game 2, Tusculum men versus the Lincoln Memorial men. This is Dom Donnelly signing off. Coming up next, Brian Staten with the call of the men's match. Again, you're watching Tusculum Women's Soccer on the Pioneer Sports Network.